She admits at first that she was outraged because, as she puts it, Emily was a woman of consequence. But then she started thinking about what Richard had put her through. She started to feel sorry for her. I mean, after all, Emily had loved Richard, too.
Yeah. But coming from his wife...
I know. That's the thing. I cannot put my finger on it. What's going on here?
You think she's lying?
For her own advantage. Jack, she is so in control. I mean, she says she didn't know anything about this affair until she read it in the papers. Then she has the explosion, she gets over it, and now all she wants to do is help Emily?
Help her? How? Being a character witness at her trial? I can't picture that.
Well, it would be utterly convincing or a total disaster. Anyway, I want Sherry as far away as possible. And then again, I think we need all the help that we can get. I mean, this case, the evidence against Emily is not good.
How can somebody who is so innocent have so much against her?
I don't know. That's what doesn't add up. I just know there is more evidence out there. How do I find it?
Well, where we look.
What about you? I mean, tell me what Emily was feeling about Richard before he was murdered.
Total frustration. Anger. Well, she told the guy to go away as many ways as she knew how. He wouldn't.
Mm-hmm. So there wasn't any love left there.
I don't know about that, but he was definitely driving her up the wall.
Great. Just great.
Well, that happens to be the truth.
But that's not the half of it. Well, I was just over there doing some math with Chaz, and Emily got a box of yellow roses, and she threw them to the ground. I thought she was going to have a fit. Well, she had just finished showing me that big shotgun of hers, and I remember thinking, if any of those roses were alive, she would have shot them. Let me shut up.
Homework.
Yes, sir.
Look, nobody is denying that Emily was angry with Richard. She had every right to be. He would show up at her place unexpected. He'd leave messages on her answering machine. He was harassing her and Chaz. Every time the phone rang, she jumped.
You think that she was becoming obsessed with him?
Well, you could say that. Or even now he's dead, she says the sight of him on the floor will suddenly flash into her mind.
Was she behaving irrationally?
No.
But you wouldn't be surprised if she had.
Under the circumstances, no.
And she was in control of her actions?
Absolutely.
Oh, boy.
Well, whose side are you on, anyway?
She's on our side.
Doesn't sound like it.
Yeah.
Well, I want to defend Emily the best way I can and get her off. So I have to think about what the prosecutor's going to think of, know the answers before he asks them.
You didn't have to pry anything out of that woman, did you? Mrs. Rowan's holding it together pretty well.
Too well.
I'd say she's just one strong-willed woman with a lot of guts and nothing to hide. I mean, hell, Frank. She gets handed a dead husband in the apartment of his mistress. The story gets splashed all over the paper, and she's talking about how sorry she feels for Emily Hall. Come on.
Yeah, well, she certainly seems to understand the legal ramifications of this property transfer.
Her father was big into banking, treasury secretary for a while. Yeah. She knows a way around money.
Then lawyers. Listen, do you know how attached Emily Hall was to that property in Bucks County yet?
Not specifically. But the property transfer speaks for itself. A week before the murder and in excess of $1 million. That right there ought to be enough motivation for a lot of people.
Not her. She breaks up with the guy. She tries to break up with the guy. He won't quit. Keeps bugging her until she cracks.
And she kills him? Or he tries to break up with her, go back to his family. She can't take the rejection.
Now, come on. Nothing suggests that, Mike. Come on.
Either way you look at it, it adds up. Crime of passion.
Well, listen. Any other suspects?
Not with her motivation and opportunity. We've been looking.
Mm-hmm. Best keep looking.
We will. I got some statements to get from Finelli, Saybrook, and Zena Brown, but that'll just be the icing on the cake.
Poor woman.
Which one?
Emily Hall.
Sorry. I know she's a friend of yours.
It's all right. Do your job.
I will. Maybe when she hears what these other four have to put into writing, she'll change her tune.
Maybe.
Cheer up, Frank. A confession today would save the taxpayers a lot of money. the courts a lot of time and make us both look good.